Y'all, having ADHD as a Gen X redneck is like living inside an episode of Hee Haw, but with less planning and more chaos. We're the generation that survived Tang and Pop Rocks and unsupervised bike rides, okay? So, honey, honestly, ADHD just feels like second nature. Bless our distracted little hearts. Take yesterday, for example. I told myself, self, you're going to be productive today. First task, clean the kitchen. Easy enough, right? Yeah. Well, right, while rinsing the dishes, found the measuring cup. That reminded me of Grandma's biscuit recipe, so I pulled out the flour. 2 seconds later, I'm elbow deep in Pinterest searching for homemade biscuit hacks when my big dog Otto runs in with a chewed up shoe. Now I'm in the backyard chasing him, holding a rolling pin and yelling, "Don't! You gotta stop, heathen!" By the time I came back inside, I'd forgotten all about the kitchen. It's like ADHD said, "Bless your heart, that's enough chores for one day." But oh Lord, help me when I go grocery shopping. I walked into the Walmart just last week with a list of 3 things. Just 3. Bread, milk, and coffee. That's it. Y'all, look. I came out with a bulk bag of bungee cords, a velvet Elvis painting, and a watermelon. No milk, no bread. But let me tell you, that painting is now the crown jewel of my living room. Every time I walk past it, I think, dang, Elvis, we were really caught in a trap. Oh, I ain't done yet, y'all. You know that Gen X ADHD brain can't handle multitasking. It's like, okay, let me fold the laundry. Then I'll get those bills paid. Fast forward 2 hours. I'm knee deep in old photos. Oh, hell no. I gotta burn that one. ASAP. Look at my perm in 89. Oh, no. Meanwhile, the bills are unpaid. And the laundry is still sitting there judging me like it's got a high school diploma. Yep. Still going. Here's the kicker. ADHD means you don't just do things. You commit to them in the most roundabout way possible. Like last week. I thought, I'll organize the garage. By the end of the day, I had built a chicken coop, found my Pogs collection, and accidentally made a tire swing. Again. Did the garage get organized? No. But the chickens that I don't have are very happy. And I rediscovered my love for my slammers. Yeah. Yeah. Did y'all like those payphone prank wars we used to have? Back in the day, if you were bored, you didn't scroll on your phone because the cell phones didn't exist, and the ones that did were way too expensive and way too big. Just too big. So we entertained ourselves by creating chaos. And nothing brought more joy to a redneck Gen Xer than a good old payphone prank. Our town had one payphone right outside the gas station. It was a clunky steel box of mischief just waiting to happen. My friend Tina and I, we made it our mission to prank call the whole town one summer. We'd pull our quarters together, grab some RC colas, and set up shop like we were running a Fortune 500 company right outside the gas station. Tina had a gift for voices too, let me tell you. One time, she called old Mr. Dobbins, who owned the hardware store, pretending to be a sheriff's deputy, okay? Mr. Dobbins, she said, in her best serious tone, this is Deputy Maynard. We got reports of you selling illegal moonshine equipment out of your store. What do you have to say for yourself? Now, Mr. Dobbins was half deaf and twice as paranoid. He starts stammering, I only sell copper pipes for plumbing, I swear. I had to shove my face in my shirt to keep from laughing. Tina doubled down, saying, we're sending a unit to search the premises. You better have your story straight. Next thing we knew, Dobbins locked up the store and drives off like the devil himself was chasing him. It turns out he was really selling moonshine stills to folks out in the holler. We didn't see him for 3 days. But karma's a funny thing, y'all. A week later, we decided to prank call my daddy. Tina put on her sweetest Southern Belle voice and said, hi there, Mr. Walker. This is Charlene from the sweepstakes office. You've won $1 million. Daddy wasn't dumb. He played along, asking all kinds of questions about where to pick up the money. Then he said, Charlene, you sound real familiar. Why don't you tell my daughter to come home for dinner before I ground her for life? Tina's face turned white as a sheet. He knows, she is, slamming the phone down. I went home that night and got an earful about wasting good quarters on nonsense. Daddy's parting words. Next time you want to prank someone, don't use the phone they can see from the living room window. Yo, have you ever tried explaining Texas weather to someone who's not from here? It's like trying to explain algebra to a cow. It just does not make sense. Here's the deal. In most places, you've got 4 seasons, right? Spring, summer, fall, winter. Not in Texas. Oh no. We've got summer, still summer, fake fall, summer again, and that 2-day period in January where you actually need a jacket. Let me tell you about a day in Texas weather. You wake up, it's 45 degrees. So you grab your puffy jacket, maybe a scarf, and you're feeling all cozy, right? 10 a.m. The sun's out, and now it's about 75 degrees. You strip down to your t-shirt. Then by 3 p.m., it's a blistering 95 degrees with humidity that'll make you feel like you're marinating in your own sweat. And just when you think you've adjusted, a thunderstorm rolls in out of nowhere, and you're soaked. By bedtime, it's back to 40, and you're wondering how you caught a cold in one single day. And the weatherman, bless their hearts, Texas meteorologists are just out here guessing. You see, one on TV, and he's like, tomorrow, we might get a cold front, or it might be 102. Either way, there's a 50% chance of rain somewhere in the state. Good luck. I remember one year we had snow. Now, snow in Texas is like spotting Bigfoot, okay? People lose their ever-loving minds, okay? Kids were building snowmen out of what basically is crunchy ice and dirt. Meanwhile, every school and office shuts down for 2 days because nobody can drive in snow here. Nobody. And when I do say nobody, I mean nobody. I don't care if you're from the north. You can't do it here. Texas on icy roads are like deer on roller skates, okay? Confused, terrified, and heading straight for the ditch. But my favorite It's tornado season. You're sitting at home, watching TV, and suddenly that emergency alert pops up. Tornado warning in your area. Seek shelter immediately. And what do Texans do? We run outside and look at the sky. Yep, that one's a swirling. See it? Right there, just swirling. Yeah. Yeah, let's watch and see if it comes down. Yeah, that's Texas weather for you. Unpredictable, unforgettable, and just a little bit ridiculous. Kind of like Texans. Hey, thank you for being here. If you've subscribed, I love you to death. If you haven't subscribed, I love you anyway, but would you please?